All right. I'm trying not to let this bother me, but I sort of can't help it. I put a post on Facebook to my kids because I send them messages. At least I sent them messages quite often for a while, and every once in a while, I wait like 2, 3 days now and do it, send out a message. And then it'll be a heartfelt thing, asking them how their life is, letting them know that I'm here for them if they have anything they want to talk about. I'm here for you, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. Not just blah, 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 but I'm just saying I don't need to put I put heartfelt stuff on there. And I say different things a lot. I mean, they're all caring and wanting to be there for them kind of things, which somehow, long story short, one of the comments that I got on there was from their aunt, who I haven't talked to in 11 years, and saying, quit looking for a pity party. When in that message, it said nothing about pity party or feel bad for me, just letting them know that even though for some reason they don't answer back or communicate with me, which is what's happening, me pointing out an obvious fact that's happening, not complaining, just saying, even though they don't talk to me much or reply when I message them, which is just stating what's happening, I'm here for them. I'm telling them that no matter what, I'm here for them. And someday I hope that we have a closer relationship than we do now. And she's saying, like, the thing said something about a pity party and I'm a piece of shit and all this weird stuff. And I'm thinking, like, piece of shit? Like, what kind of, who is this person even, who is she even to say anything to me? Because a piece of shit, you know what? I'm not trying to, I don't even want to bring up what I've done. Because, I mean, it's not anything great, but at the same time, it's nothing that it's not piece of shitish. I mean, I have literally worked for 10 years trying to save, 11 years now, trying to save up for a house or save up for a place. I can't just get a little apartment. I have 6 kids. Can't live in an apartment with 6 kids. So I was trying to get a place, save up for a place. During that time, having to pay child support and all that stuff, it's hard to do both things. And I had a girlfriend and 2 other kids besides them and separating with their mom, that we had an apartment and stuff like that. So I had bills and stuff like that. Couldn't say, and she wouldn't allow it. So then when we separated, I'm stuck living in vehicles until years later, Matt gets to be almost 18 and Jen was having so many problems with him. She didn't want to live there anymore. So my mom and dad said he could move in with me on Christmas Eve, a month before he turns 18. And then, like, already an adult at that point. So I can't make up for any of those years that I missed with them. So, whatever. I'm going to get back to what I was saying with that message is that I worked, right? Like even right now, I work from midnight till it's 6 o'clock now. Midnight till 6 o'clock p.m. And like a lot of times I work till 8. When the summertime comes and it's buns and all this kind of stuff, I own a bread business. Do you think this is what I want to do with my time? No. I have to do something in this game of life with the money and all that kind of crap. I have to do that in order to seem like I mean something. Like money will make me mean something, And during this whole process of trying to save up some money to get a fucking place for my kids to live with me, I lost contact with my kids and lost their love through some weird way of trying to talk to them and trying to ask them about their lives. And that's me being nosy because I don't get to see them every day. So I send them messages and asking them about them. So there's that part. Okay. And then on top of it, I hear, she says that my kids say that all I do is talk about me. Every time I see them, I ask them what it is they want to do, what they want to do with their lives, what they see themselves doing in their future, stuff like that. I always tell them, I'm always here for them if they have any questions. I'll try to help them in any way I can. If you let me know what you need to do, I'll look into it for you and help you get information on it. I say that all the time and I mean it. That's what I don't understand. Like, where would a person get that all I do is talk about myself? Okay, so say I do that. I do that. I say, hey, what do you guys want to do? What are you thinking? What are you guys into? Okay. And they don't give me an answer. They're just sitting there looking at their phone or playing on their tablets or just sort of lazing around or wanting to play a video game or something that kids do. Understandable. So I'm like, okay, well, I was thinking we could do this or do this, do this. And, I try to come up with ideas for the 1 or 2, like I get 2 days with Jasmine and Leo and I get 1 day with my older kids. You know what I mean? So it's like Oliver, Xavier, and Brianna. I mean, Matt's out now. He's out doing whatever with his friends. He's 19. So, Oliver, Xavier, and Brianna, they're teenagers. So they don't want to do daddy and kitty stuff. But then they have younger siblings that they don't really see except for once a week. And they don't they've lost the idea of doing kiddie stuff. Jazzy and Leo don't have, any adults that really do much kiddie stuff with them. The side of the family, which I'm not trying to put these people down, but their side of the family is the kind of people that buy them a bunch of like toys and stuff like that and say, here, go do your thing, or like take them somewhere and say, here, go play, and we'll be the adults and sit here and wait while you play. That's not this whole. Yeah, man, there's so much stuff to say about that, but that's not what I'm trying to get at with my kids. Like me just talking about myself, like I believe that we're all like I'm everything. So me talking about my daughter is me talking about me, is it not? Me talking about the sun is me talking about what I think about the sun, my opinion of it. Me listening to my kids tell me a story and either it's me showing attention or me not giving attention. And when I give attention and my reply to it is what I would think, my opinion, my response, like I don't get this whole, all I talk about is myself. Okay, well, but I'm looking at it in another way, thinking like, what could that even possibly mean? Because I come up with ideas of things that I want to do to help them, breathing techniques and meditation stuff. Like, I want to help my kids work out and become healthy, learn how to heal themselves. I don't get sick. I don't. Common colds here and there, but that's usually because I sing and I scream really loud or something like that, like singing and stuff like that. And I'll have like phlegm for a couple days. Ooh. And like when it's cold outside, I'm outside a lot and I get sniffles. Ooh, that's common. I mean, you can't not do that. Those things happen. But I mean, I don't get sick. Nothing happens to me, and it never has, because I'm doing the right thing and I can teach my kids how to do these things. But the attention span of most people this day and age isn't very much, and they're not going to sit there and take it seriously. If I try to give them instructions on doing something, they take it as a joke. I didn't expect this thing that had happened to me. I have a spiritual experience, and I'm not saying anything about it in this video, but I had a very, very monumental, life-changing experience, and I didn't know that was going to happen. I wasn't seeking that. I wasn't trying to find that, but it happened to me. And now I know a lot of stuff that I didn't know before, and I know it. It's not something I think I know. And people have this whole thing because they're doing this program thing, and I'm not saying program like other people do. Like, they're just words. They're just hard to put in words. But anyway, back to my kids. I'm just saying I don't know what to do at this point, because the people that if they're spending time with their aunt and their aunt thinks that I'm a piece of shit, there's no positive role model coming from her. Like, she's got all kinds of stuff about her that's horrible. But if I was to say that was years ago. Well, what is she going off of from me? How am I a piece of shit? What have I ever done to her to even resemble a piece of shit? One time I licked a plate of pudding to be funny, because we were at a restaurant and my kids were there and they were all like 2, 4, and 6 and newborn. So I was just being funny with my kids. Who cares? I was playing. I will always play until I'm old and gray, and even past that, until I'm 370. I'll play. I'll joke. I'll tickle people. Whatever. Who cares? Like, what right does a person have to dislike me just because I'm not with their sister? What is there to not like about me? And I'm not being conceited. I don't think there's anything to not like about anyone except for the way they act, when they act a certain way. That's it. There's nothing to dislike about somebody except for the way they choose to act, because nobody is out of control of themselves. They all want to say they are because they're victims, and I can't help it. I've got problems. We all have problems. Anyway, there's really no conclusion to it, because I don't know what to do. About the kids, I have no idea what to do. So I'm trying to think of a way to conclude it, but I don't know. Because I want to help them become better. That's not about me. That's about them. I'm totally about them. So how could that be me talking about, I always talk about myself. No, I talk about the ideas that I have to help them. That's way different. And I don't think they understand that. Anyway, I don't know. That's it for now.